Okay, sorted. So we've got the combination of the lung energy that's driving the liver energy. So lung energy, grief, guilt, regret, driving liver, gallbladder energy, which is rage, anger, frustration. And of course, liver energy, you know, thinking about female hormones and anything hormonally. Nearly all of the time there'll be an issue with our liver not metabolizing our estrogen, not metabolizing our hormones, our stress, our pain, our inflammation, overriding normal pathways within the liver, so that the liver just struggles on a day-to-day basis. So now we need to know what that emotional gear is from an affirmation perspective. Lung, large intestine. So once again, this is the stuff coming down through your inherited genetic line. But there's a real arrogance and stagnation in there through that masculine line. Your dad's dad. Yep. White desert primrose is the flower essence. So how that's impacting on you right now is self-doubt and confusion, difficulty in clearly discerning what actions or expressions are in harmony with your essential nature. Yeah, right. And basically, you know, especially when you're not loving your job at the moment, that sort of takes up, you know, 40 hours every week. So it's a lot of time to be spending doing something that you're not really loving. Okay, so tuning forks. So white desert primrose flower essence. So what do I need to do? So this came in through the 10th chakra, the cross-referencing from past lives. Do I need to do a chakra, a surrogate chakra? Do I need to do a meridian? Do I need to do a layer of the aura? Layer of the aura. Okay. So face down, face up. Okay. So I need to do figure 8 energy in this area, in centimeters, inches, feet. Okay, so I need to do it about 2 feet above the body. Okay, in which direction? So left shoulder, right hip. So it's a lazy 8. But then after that, I need to do the base chakra as a surrogate for the 10th chakra. Okay. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly, and supportively dissolve my self-doubt and confusion and my difficulty in discerning what actions or expressions are in harmony with my essential nature into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly, and supportively clearly discern my unique soul pattern and purpose, so that I can select forms of expression that are in harmony with my inner nature. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly, and supportively dissolve my self-doubt and confusion and my difficulty in clearly discerning what actions or expressions are in harmony with my essential nature into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly, and supportively clearly discern what is right for me, clearly discern my unique soul pattern and purpose, so that I can select forms of self-expression that are in harmony with my inner nature. Finger mode for the 10th chakra. Okay. And hold. Hold. Okay, that's better. That was coming in through lungs and large intestine, so I'll just go back and check these little guys. Beautiful. Pop you back up a bit.
Cheers.
Okay. Okay, so where do we need to go? So backtracking. So is there more to do on the career path? Is there more to do on the psychological reversal? Is there more to do on the deep hidden survival pattern? Okay, so let's go back and recheck those little things. So adrenals, survival, deep survival, hidden deep survival, beautiful. The career affirmations, I enjoy my work. Hold, beautiful. So it locks, it unlocks it, yeah.
Yeah, but
So-
not too much.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing about life, isn't it? Sometimes we have to do things we don't like to do. So it's good for things to not be de-energizing us on a daily basis. I am open to take note. I have respect for my workmates and they have respect for me. I have respect for my workmates and they have respect for me. And hold. Hold, beautiful. Hold. Okay. I am free to pursue the career path of my choice. Hold. Hold. Beautiful. Good, good. Okay, so now let's get into infections and just see what's going on there. Because a really big thing we want is that kundalini really moving so that you get that sexual energy, that hormonal energy, that feminine energy, so just awake and alive and, you know, doing its thing. So, in relation to any and all kundalini energy, in relation to feminine energy. Okay, so where do we need to go? Okay, so nothing's showing up there. Just let me go through some of our notes from our last 3 sessions and see what shows up. Okay, so what we were chatting about a few months ago, that disconnect. So what I'm going to ask the body is if there is a bully energy that's throwing this kundalini energy out. There is. Okay, so let's go find the bully energy that's messing with your feminine energy, your kundalini, your ability to enjoy. Okay, so firstly, is it an organ? Okay, so firstly, liver's showing. So liver's showing as a bully, which means it's overworking, generally. Let's go have a look. Hold. Hold up. Hold. Hold up. Yeah, so they're all working really well. Let's see if they switch off. And hold. Sorry. Hold up. Hold. Hold up. Okay, so they're not switching off, so the liver's in second stage stress, so it's overworking and it's draining energy. Yeah, so once again, in Chinese medicine, liver energy, the next organ along can be the sex organs, so there's circulation of the sex organs. So if you've got over energy in the liver energy, it's taking away your sexual energy. So what do we need to do with liver energy? So once again, is there emotional gear in there? Feeling distressed, resentment, responsibility. Not feeling content. Okay. Right, so even though it's the bully, your body's asking for the tonification point, so maybe it's overworking, but it's a challenge for it. So it wants some good energy to come up in underneath there. So the acupuncture points we need, how many seconds do we need? Oh yeah, about 10 seconds on each point. So... I had a session recently. I always do one side and then the other. That's how I was taught. But this lady did both sides simultaneously. So she had 2 toshens. And so she was doing them both at the same time. Which I was more impressed that she managed it than anything else. So what we're doing, we're dragging energy from the kidney to give energy to liver, so that just is like mother energy to kidney, and then we open the channels afterwards so that it can flow through to the sex energy.
Is probably one of the least pleasant. What is this? Kinesiology at OT?
Yeah, it's still kinesiology. It's called the 7 chi keys.
Yeah, probably one of our least favourite adjustment things.
Well, be grateful it was only 10 seconds each.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to do it again. Good. Okay. So once again, asking that Kundalini sex, beautiful feminine energy. Is there any bullying going on? Okay, there is. So is it an organ? Okay, so this time, triple heater is dragging the energy away from it. So that's immune, thyroid, adrenals. For you, it's showing up as the immune system struggling, is messing with that Kundalini feminine sexual energy. Hold. 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 Right at the beginning, we tested that and it was absolutely fine, just by the way. So now, in relation to this, because that's what kinesiology is, it asks really specific questions. So in relation to the Kundalini, though, your immune system's overworking, which is stealing energy away from your sexual energy. Hold, 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 hold. Okay. So let's ask around any and all current infections. Hold. 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 Any and all current inflammation. Hold. 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 Right. Hold. Hold. Right. So inflammation. So there's still inflammation going on without any supplements. I'm going to check hidden infections as well. Any and all current inflammation. Hold, 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 hold. Okay. Next. Okay, any and all hidden infections. Hold. Okay. So hidden infections can be things that mutate so that the immune system doesn't even recognize them as a problem. They can be retroviruses that are part of our DNA because we've been born for them, or they've become part of it because of our vaccines and things. So that can be retroviruses, it can be, but they do sort of, like in relation to hidden infections, I remember a statistic from a doctor years ago at a congress, and he was saying that about 80% of infections cannot be found in the body with the combination of blood tests, urine tests, poop tests and spit tests, so saliva tests. So there's a lot of stuff going on in our body, and the thing about infections is that they can mutate as well so that we can't see them. So they don't want to die, and they're constantly changing in our environment. So the unhealthier our body is, the more likely they are to be able to adapt and thrive, and the less likely we are to be able to do something about them. So, any and all hidden infections. Hold, 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 hold. Beautiful. Okay, so in relation to inflammation and hidden infections, let's just go make sure that the adrenals are okay. Because it's like, your adrenal glands chew up vitamin C at the speed of light. So when we're inflamed or have an infection or are fearful of not getting well, our adrenal glands can chew up massive amounts of our vitamin C, make it unavailable to boost the immune system. So we store a heck of a lot of vitamin C in our adrenal glands. And it's one of those nutrients that our body cannot make, so we have to get it on a daily basis. Here in Australia, we've got a silly dose of maybe 50 milligrams a day is like the recommended daily allowance. But, if you're sick, obviously you need many, many, many times that amount. Once again, on Dr. McCullough's website, he just published in the last few days a new study that had the amounts of vitamin C that has been getting people over coronavirus. So that's good to see if you have anyone who's sick in your world. It's good for them to know that so that they can look into it and really just up that vitamin C and get themselves into a healthier state of body and immune system. Okay, so hidden infections and inflammation. Any other little patterns we need to do around them? There is something. So where is it? So through the organs, survival, deep survival, hidden deep survival, adrenal glands. Do I need to go into the brain? I need to go into the brain. Let's go have a look.
I'm going to get your lucky charms. Oh, my brain.
Okay. So trust in getting rid of these infections. Trust in being well. Hold. Yeah, so the lack of trust that your body's going to get well is switching off your pleasure reward centers. So then it's hard to relax and be happy about the fact that your body's getting well. Your body doesn't believe it, so, you know, it ends up being that negative feedback loop that isn't so useful for us. Trust and trust issues. Hold. Okay. Okay. The fourth hippocampal circuit is lack of motivation due to internal negativity. So it's when we just don't have that oomph to move forward. So lack of motivation due to internal negativity. It's when your brain's just having a bad day. But that's an old pain and punishment circuit, actually, so that's not just a bad day. That's probably a belief that the bad days will continue forever. Pain and punishment circuit. Internal negativity. And hold. Beautiful. Okay, so what's next? Okay. Auditory integration point is showing up next. So that's both our self-talk as well as things that we've been told by other people. Obviously, internal negativity. So that as well is a pain and punishment circuit. So your brain, it's like it's expecting some long-term stress. Nearly there, Tigger. We're nearly there.
Tigger.
Hello, sweetie. Hello.
Tigger. Wait, no, off the table, eh? Tigger, down.
Tigger, down. Down.
Oh. Yes, we love you very much.
2 surrogates for you this Arby. Okay, so this was the auditory integration points. And hold, beautiful. Anything else there? Oh, rip and lip as well. So rip and lip, that's the left integrative point and the right integrative point. So that is that's a fairly big one. So I'll start amygdalarizing it while I explain it. And hold. So it is. So once again, we're talking inflammation, we're talking pain, we're talking punishment circuits, we're talking old immune system patterns. But this is everything your body has seen, touched, felt, believed, taken that information in, both incoming and outgoing. So it's the stuff we recall, it's the stuff we store, and it's what we see about something, what we hear about something, what we feel about something. So it's a fairly important integration area. So you can imagine that if you've got inflammation and pain and toxicity and infections and stuff, and things aren't healing as fast as we would like, and we forget that we have come a long way, then this part of the brain's going to constantly be playing a pain and punishment feedback loop, going, you know, we're not getting better, we're not getting better, we're not getting better, we're not getting better, rather than being able to take in all the information the body knows, look at it all logically, and then put it back out there as an accurate memory. Or so if we take it in incorrectly, then we actually spit it back out incorrectly.
It's like the perspective organ or whatever.
That's why that's why I've been going on about fear for a year. You create a lot of fear, you do not lay down memory correctly.
Yeah.
You can't, because fear shuts down the frontal cortex. The frontal cortex is our problem solving. So therefore, when we're fearful, we're not looking at things logically and honestly. It's honest to us, but the fear is creating our reality, not the logic of the situation.
Because it creates this disconnect?
Yeah, absolutely. There's no connection between, so then you just get into survival, you can't get out.
Okay.
And it shuts down the immune system. So it's doubly bad in the last year. Hold. Just saying. Okay, so beautiful. So in relation to the infection, the kundalini, the sexual energy, any other bullies, there's still another bully, okay? So, we need an essence. Firstly we need a homeopathic. It's VSL, which is for sluggish liver. So it's got a whole bunch of homeopathic liver herbs and things. Yeah, so it's a combination of homeopathics that are for detoxifications, for cleansing, for blood cleansing, for lymphatic cleansing, because if anything isn't working, then it all puts extra pressure on the liver. 6 drops. So from a homeopathic perspective, that's an adult dose. From this bottle particularly, that's a homeopathic adult dose. There's different brands, different styles. This is BioResearch 1. 3 drops is a kid dose, 6 drops is the adult dose. Before all the homeopaths jump up and down and say, that's not the dose I use. So yes, in my world, that's the correct adult dose. Yeah, so now, so where are we?
Yeah, if they had that exact bottle, they would probably also find
Yes.
that is the correct.
Okay, so now we need another flower essence. So this one is Jacaranda. It's for feeling scatty and disconnected. Disconnected. So it's all about the kundalini, sexual energy, you know, getting that feminine energy flowing through your body. And Jacaranda, I've not thought about it, but disconnect is one of the things associated with Jacaranda. Okay, so it helps with being decisive, clear-minded, quick thinking and focused. So energetically, let's see if there's anything your body wants to read about this. Yeah, it's sort of like a real frenetic energy, Jacaranda energy, where we're constantly going from one thing to another. I know, because I've got a bit of Jacaranda energy about me. Yeah. So Jacaranda people can be quite scattered, and that puts out quite a frenetic energy around. You know, we're talking about the heart energy. That's why it's good for Jacaranda people to do something like meditation to bring them back into themselves regularly. Otherwise, the energy is quite scattered, and then that drains people around us as well. So, okay, that's a fairly big. So once again, from a flower essence perspective, it's 6 drops, which is 6/7 of your life. So this is an old pattern. Okay. Okay. What have we had?
Sorry?
Yep. So increasing that kundalini. Any other bullies? Any other bullies? Just checking double hit and double suppress. That's saying it's okay. Beautiful. I think we're cooked. Cool. Thanks. I'll upload this for you tonight and I'll chat in the morning. Bye. Thanks, Blazy.
Hey, Tika.
Tika.
Hey, Tika.
Oh. There's a second little surrogate. Isn't he beautiful?
Hey, Tika.
Okay, have a good night, everyone.